If you're looking for games like Star Citizen, then look no further. I've got 5 games for you to try. The space sim genre is one that hasn't seen too much love for a while now, with great new entries being few and far between, though that may change. So, what games can you play that are worth your time? Here are a few games like Star Citizen. First, we'll go back a bit to 2003 with a classic, Freelancer. The game was actually designed to begin with by Chris Roberts, the man at the head of Cloud Imperium Games currently working on Star Citizen. In 2000, seemingly due to the acquisition of the studio by Microsoft, Chris Roberts left the project's head, though he stayed on as a consultant, and the design was changed to be a little less ambitious. Even so, the game is a real gem, and lucky for us all, it has a community of people that have still been updating textures and graphics, even recently. I'll put a link to a guide so that you can check out the mods. A great game for anyone that loves space combat. A bit newer is Rebel Galaxy by Double Damage Games. This game is a bit interesting since it takes place on a horizontal 2D plane, but is completely 3D rendered. You can do everything from exploration, trade, and fighting in this space sim. It may not be as ridiculously expansive as some games in the genre, but the gameplay is solid and it has a bit of story as well. One of the classics from before the turn of the millennium, Free Space 2 is often looked back on as one of the best space sims of all time. As with Freelancer, the modding community has done a good job of keeping the game updated graphically and adding new campaigns. If you want to go back and reminisce, or if you want to try it for the first time, it isn't too hard to get into. Installing the mods is very easy as well, since there's an installer that does it all for you. I'll link that in the description box below. EVE Online is a ridiculously huge MMO with tons to explore and a large amount of customization. People who love the game spend years outfitting and acquiring the best ships, and much of it can be lost in a single battle gone wrong. If you're a fan of number crunching and long-term planning, then this might be the space sim for you. There is action as well, but the fights aren't as quick-paced as a game like Freelancer or Rebel Galaxy. Instead, the game is more focused on growing corporations, which are small to massive groups of people, all working to gain money and a portion of the galaxy to call their own. If you really want to lose yourself in a space sim, then you might want to check out X3 Terran Conflict. The game was released in 2008 and may have a bit more of a learning curve than the other games on this list, with the exception of EVE. If a sandbox space sim sounds like something you're interested in, then this may be what you're looking for. In this game you can start with a small ship and end up with an entire fleet with an ecosystem to back it up. It's a bit more slow paced than some of the others on the list, but if you're willing to invest the time, it can be very satisfying. Those are just a few examples of games that are like Star Citizen. There are plenty of other examples out there as well, but this will give you a good starting point. So get out there and start playing. I've been Melchiorus from Game Clouds. Have a good night, friends.